Hi, my name is Steve Soltau. I'm the Water Supply Manager for Pinellas County Utilities at the SK Keller Water Treatment Plant. I had no idea when I got into this career 30 years ago the number of opportunities that would be presented to me over the years. And here are a few other public employees who would like to share their stories of how they chose this career.
My name is David Stein. I'm employed by the City of Tarpon Springs. I'm a wastewater treatment plant operator. I work with industrial grade equipment, manage water flow from the beginning to the end of the plant. We do sampling to make sure all the water is in compliance. Before I got this job, I had a lawn business and I went to school for computers, and I just wanted to change it all up completely, try something totally different. I did some volunteer work, and I've been employed by the City of Tarpon Springs for over a year now. So overall, I've been doing this for about 2 years. Well, going to college, all my majors were focused on computers, and this does involve some computer work, so that was nice. My favorite subject in high school was science. When I graduated high school, I thought I was going to be an IT technician. I did some volunteer work at a hospital in the IT department, and that was nice, but I just wanted to change. Things have gotten a lot easier as far as the course material and getting started. There's some prerequisite courses. It's not that bad, and it's actually for anyone. When they're getting into water treatment, I'd recommend that they need to pay attention to detail, have a good eye for everything. This field definitely involves senses, so sight, smell, things of that nature, and some math skills and science also involved. That would be good. Definitely like a biology, microbiology class. Some math. Doesn't have to be too math intensive. That's what I would suggest. I just wanted an overall job that was physical and also involved mental skills also. I like that I can provide clean water for a whole city and manage different process controls, manipulate things so that way we can keep doing what we do and do it within all regulations. I just pursued all the course material and then completed a state exam. I didn't want to give up. When I approach something, I don't give up, so I wanted to make sure that I at least end up at an employed position and just going to continue on. There's other licenses to be a treatment plant operator, and you can continue on. It's not a dead-end path. It's not overwhelming. Just take it one step at a time, and they can do it. What satisfies me about this job is that it's ethical. I don't have to worry about ripping other people off. I actually provide a very important resource to a whole city, and that makes me very happy. What helps me do my job really well that I did not have originally was a lot of maintenance skills, and it's a nice twist of being an operator. You're actually like very lethal as an operator at that point, because if something breaks down and you're the only one here, or you're just staffed a little short, you have a better chance, or you have the ability to fix something on the spot. In 5 years, I'd like to see myself as an A license operator or a chief plant operator at a wastewater treatment plant or advanced wastewater treatment plant. I'd also like to have a license in other types of water fields. I swam all throughout middle school and high school on the team, and I've loved water, beach, fishing, all that. And I was like, well, why not try to make a career of something involving water? And so that really kept me going in this field. Every day I know that there's the potential I could have something else happen. There's always the unknown factor, which I really like. That drives me to do what I do and to have myself do better, strive for the next day.
I'm Cindy Redmond, and I'm currently the Quality Assurance Officer for the Sewer and Water Laboratory. I have a variety of functions that are required for the laboratory. I oversee our quality manual, which covers every aspect of what we do here, from sample login, sample analysis to sample disposal. I run the proficiency testing program, which tests every lab analysis that we have certification for to make sure that we can run the analyses within a certain frame of accuracy that's required by our certification level. I periodically audit all of our processes in the lab, every single test, and in addition to that, I also would monitor how we log in samples, how we check our data, and how we send out reports. And then I'm the sounding board for quality assurance issues. If the chemists have a question, if our business section has a question, I coordinate with them on what should be done to make sure we have reproducible data that's valid for our customers. I got this job right before I graduated with my Master of Science degree in geology from USF. So I've been with the county a little over 24 years. Well, when I was working my master's degree, I did cooperative education program at USF, and they had an opening at Department of Environmental Protection, which we're in their district here. So I did environmental work there for 3 semesters, which gave me a year's experience. And I discovered, along with a nice little paycheck, that I really liked environmental work. I liked the fact that I could work in an industry that would let me protect the public health and the environment at the same time, instead of working more on the construction side of things or jumping from job to job. I could stay in an industry that would let me serve the area that I lived in.
Hi, I'm Victoria Scrimshire, and I'm a water quality chemist with DEI. I've been doing this for 19 years. We are testing different water types like wastewater, environmental waters from the lakes, or our drinking water. Basically, we're saying when those samples come in, we test them to make sure that they're in compliance, and if they're not, then we let the client know what the data point would be so that they can go and do work on that site. Before I got started with this, I was basically going to school, and the only other thing that I ever did was a 1-year stint basically in the medical field, and I worked full-time in the medical field for a year, and that really wasn't my bag of tea basically, but I went into the industry that I'm in now through a volunteership with City of Tampa Bay Studies Group. The internship that I did was I would spend about 3 or 4 days a week volunteering. At the time it was called Bay Studies Group for City of Tampa, where you would go out in a boat and you either were part of the seagrass planting initiative that they had, or the measuring of the seagrass to make sure that it was actually working, it's growing. And the reason why they were doing that was because they have a wastewater treatment plant that discharges their effluent into the bay right there. I liked what I did as the intern and the volunteer time that I did with them. My husband was also in this industry, and when I graduated from college, it seemed like the perfect fit for me. I like working in the lab because it's not a 100% of the time desk job. You can time manage so that when you feel like sitting at your desk, you have desk work. But the rest of the time you're out as a bench chemist, and we move around different chemistries. We don't kind of get stuck in one chemistry. We stay in it about a year, long enough to get comfortable with it and know what you're doing, and then as the needs arise, we move around. My advice for anybody who wants to get into this industry, chemistry, you need to spend time in a lab. You need to volunteer time. If you can get an internship, that's fantastic, but even if it's unpaid, you need to spend some time getting to know the industry and make sure that that's a fit for you. Anybody should spend some volunteer hours in their field of choice first.
My name is Jason Abalada, and I am a systems PC analyst too. In this profession, I've been about 9.5 years. I support the IT systems for the Water Resources Department here at the City of St. Petersburg, and I also support our treatment plants automation software and equipment at the plants for their treatment process control. Primarily, my whole career has been doing IT and control systems engineering. I've always had an interest in computers, so in college I decided to major in computer science and engineering. And the job opportunity for the City of St. Petersburg came about after spending some time working over at Best Buy. So they were looking for an entry-level IT desktop support person. The opportunities for advancement in the organization is something that was important to me. The equipment's and stuff out there. Water Resources, Jason. Hi, how are you? I think being able to handle situations that could be stressful, such as emergency situations, things like that, where there's something critical going on at the plants, but also having a clear mind at the same time. I also feel I'm good at problem solving, the things that I've learned in college on engineering and how to attack problems from different angles and look for the best solution is something that I feel is beneficial. For someone wanting to get into a field like this, I would say be open to learning new things and don't be satisfied just being good at just one aspect of what field you're interested in. Have an open mind and be willing to take on new challenges and opportunities.
My name is Kuljanac, and I'm a Chemist 1 for 6 years. We analyze pretty much all kinds of different water matrices, so drinking water, wastewater, industrial pretreatment water, which is basically all the wastewater from industries before they go to our wastewater treatment facilities. Then lakes, beaches, you name it. I used to work for the Pier Aquarium as a aquarist, so what I did there was take care of the aquariums and also educational programs for the kids and just public education about marine environments. At the time while I worked at the Pier Aquarium, it was more of a job for students, and I already completed my degree by then, and I was looking for a job where I could use my degree, and I was looking for a full-time position as well. Even though this job doesn't require you to have a chemist degree, unlike other laboratories would, we accept any science degree. But chemistry is preferred because a lot of it is chemistry. Even though my title is the Chemist 1, I think other industries would call it an environmental analyst because that's more descriptive of what we do. It's very important for me to have a home life and have a job that can accommodate that, and this industry does. Starting from how much time we get off, our working hours, how flexible they are, the pension, I mean, you name it. For me, I think that would be the main reason why I am here, and I doubt I'll ever leave the city of St. Pete, honestly. I think I will retire here.
Sammy Cruz, I'm the chief operator for the city of Wilsmar. I've been in this profession a little over 7 years. I basically oversee the water production operation and reverse osmosis water treatment plant. I was in the military, in the Army, for about 4 years, and I worked as a concierge in New York City for about 8 years, and I did multiple odds and end jobs here in Florida before I became a water treatment operator. I saw an entry-level job with another city municipality as a meter reader. I applied for that job. I got that job. I did meter reading for about 6 months, and I saw an opportunity to become a water treatment operator trainee within the city, and I applied for that job. Before that opportunity, I never really gave it that much thought as to where my water came from. And as I read the job description, it piqued my interest. I really like the fact that it's a close-knit group of people working towards that one goal. We're distributing potable drinking water to an entire city, and we're in charge of ensuring that it's safe and that the community's safe. My mindset on the way to work every day is get it done. Get it done and get it done right. And that's my goal. Every day I walk through that door. I think being in the Army helped me with the mindset that I have today, and absolutely helped me to be successful at the job that I'm doing right now.
I was a high school chemistry teacher.
Wow, that's fun.
My name is Lisa Ray. I've been the Director of Public Works for 2.5 years, and I've worked for the city for 5 years. I still love chemistry. What happens though, if you think about teaching, especially at a high school level, I had 5 periods of chemistry that I taught. So you're teaching the exact same thing 5 times a day, every day of the week. I like change. I like to have different challenges, and it really wasn't stimulating enough. So I looked around, what other degree could I get? What else could I do with my background in chemistry? And I went back to USF and earned my master's in environmental engineering. Some days there's a lot of meetings. Some days I'm out in the field at construction sites, or I'm visiting water treatment plants or wastewater treatment plants. And I can't really say there's like one thing I do every day. It changes from day to day. Well, there are a lot of opportunities and a lot of different options for careers in utilities and in public works. So pretty much any interest, you can find a position in the field. If you like science and you're interested in science and math and that aspect, the water treatment and the wastewater treatment is definitely a way to go. If you're more mechanically inclined and you like to fix pumps or tinker with machinery, there's the utility maintenance or the fleet side. If you like to operate heavy equipment, there's the streets and the stormwater side. So there are a lot of different directions that you could go. And I would say figure out what you're interested in doing. What are the kinds of tasks that you like to do, and see where you would fit in. Well, if you want to be a director of public works, an engineering degree is a good direction to go. But if you're not as much, then you can also come into this type of a position from a management side or a finance side. You have to be passionate about making sure that you're doing what's right for the public and protecting the public. It's about health and human safety in the end. A lot of people don't realize what's involved in public government, in public works. They just assume they turn on their faucet and clean water comes out, they flush their toilet, and it magically goes away when it's dirty. And they don't think about what happens to get it to their house and what happens when it leaves their house. We're doing something that's good for the community, for the environment, knowing that I've made a difference.
Wow, those were some fantastic stories, obviously told by people who love what they do. Myself, I started as a meter reader in 1984, worked my way into supervision and through education and training opportunities. I'm now the manager of a 50 million gallon a day water treatment plant. You know, protecting the public and protecting the environment is really what makes me proud of the work that I do. I really do like my job. If you think you're interested in a career in public utilities, look up your city's website and look into their public utility opportunities. Contact Pinellas County and look at our website at pinellascounty.org, or contact St. Pete College for their career and education opportunities. And thank you for watching.